evening, ladies, and thank you for joining me again for another evening of learning about Chanukah. In Chanukah, there are two methods exactly how we should light the Chanukah candles. Really, according to the halacha, we're saying Ladlik ner shel Chanukah, that we're thanking Hashem for bringing us to this moment that we're lighting a candle for Chanukah. So every night, you can just light one candle, and that's enough. It's considered as if you did the mitzvah, and it's wonderful. But then the Talmud says, if someone wants to do it the best way possible, how should he light the candles? So there are two opinions. One opinion is the opinion of Hillel, Beit Hillel. And they say that we should light the candles. On the first night, we should light one candle. On the second night, we should light two candles. And the third night, three, and so on and so forth. On the eighth night, eventually you're going to have 8 candles. And on the other hand, we have the opinion of Beit Shamai. Beit Shamai say that on the first night, we should light 8 candles. On the second night, we should light 7. And we should go down each night lighting 1 candle less than the night before. And eventually, and the question is why? Why do we have these two opinions? And it brings me to something different that happened to me this week. I have another student in Eretz Israel, in holy Eretz Israel, and she told me that she doesn't know what to do because it's very, very hard for her to stop wearing clothes that are not tzanua, that are not modest. And she likes her pants and she likes her undershirts, whatever, and it's very hard for her to change the way she dresses. So I told her that we're not so sure that it's the best way to follow Hashem is to break yourself and to do the thing that is hardest for you and change so drastically. And maybe for some people it is, but it's not necessarily the best way to do it. Maybe instead of fighting against the one thing that is hardest for her, she can do all the things that are easier for her. And by doing it, by adding more light, by doing more mitzvot that are easier for her, if it's respecting her parents, or being careful not to speak about other people, or doing chesed and helping other people, or maybe eating kosher food is easier for her, or davening and talking to Hashem, whatever it is, maybe that's the way. When you add more light, then the darkness fades away on its own. And that's what they are saying, basically. The opinion of Beit Shamai, to light 8 candles and then go slowly down, that's the first opinion that goes, it says, Sur mera v'aseh tov, which means, first of all, move yourself away from the bad things you're doing. Remove the darkness from your life, and then add more light. But on the other hand, we have Beit Hillel. They say, no, it's not the right way to do. The right way is to add more light into your life. Add the light of every mitzvah that you can grab, eating kosher, or davening to Hashem, or keeping Shabbat, or whatever it is that has light that you can bring into your life, and then the darkness will fade away on its own. And that is the opinion that was accepted to halacha. We light 1 candle on the first night, and then on the second night 2, and so on and so forth. And this is also how we should fight against ourselves. If you're capable of it, if you can do it and fight all the bad things and do the right thing right away, even if it's hard, great. But if it's hard for you, then don't fight yourself so hard. And just add more light into your life. And this is also, the Netivot Shalom, he explains to us that Chanukah is the next step after Rosh Hashanah. Because we have a pasuk, the pasuk says, Ashrei ha'am yod'ei teruah, Hashem be'or panecha ya'alechun. It's a pasuk about the nation of Israel. And it says that blessed will be the nation who knows the secret of blowing the shofar. Hashem be'or panecha ya'alechun. Hashem, they're walking in the light that you're showing us, and they're walking in your path. That's my translation. I'm here for you always. Oh, no, look, we're learning Torah together. And they're saying Rosh Hashanah is, and that is the secret of this pasuk. They're saying Rosh Hashanah and Chanukah are very similar because they're showing us two different ways to worship Hashem. On Rosh Hashanah, it's the day of judgment. It's a scary day. It's move away all the dark things from your life and change your way in the hardest way possible. And that is the first step. That is Ashrei Ha'am Yodeh Teruah. Blessed will be the nation who knows the secret of blowing the shofar. But on the other hand, no, here we're finishing here. But on the other hand, we have, thank you, on the other hand, we have Chanukah. And Chanukah says, Hashem be'ol panecha ya'alechun. Hashem, this is the nation that walks in your path, that follows your light. And then Netivot Shalom says, what is this light that this pasuk talks about? It's the light of the Chanukah candles. It's the light that Hashem gives us on Chanukah, this holy, holy, hidden light that Hashem gives us on Chanukah. So we have these two ways. Following Hashem out of awe, and the way we do on the day of judgment, on Rosh Hashanah. And on the other hand, we have the other way, that is worshiping Hashem out of love, out of following His light on Chanukah, and the way of adding light into our lives. And we need both of them. We can't just have one of them. We have both Rosh Hashanah and Chanukah. We have both of them. And we need to know how to balance them into our lives. Thank you so much for joining me for another evening of learning, and I'm sorry that Elisheva didn't want to participate towards the end, but it was always a pleasure. Thank you so much. Bye.